Welcome to another episode of the Silver Screen Show. Happy 2021. We're going to have a nice big throwback to 2019. 2019, yeah.
Jeez, okay.
I know, we missed this one because maybe like a pandemic happened or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're throwing it right back and we're going to be reviewing Knives Out. So I watched this just a couple of days ago, so it's nice and fresh in my mind. So just a quick overview. Detective investigates the death of a patriarch of an eccentric, combative family. So it's one of your kind of murder mystery, rich family fighting over the will type scenarios. I'm going to start it off. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny where it needed to be. I thought it had like a little bit of suspense where it needed to have it. I thought the cast were fantastic. I thought it was like a really good mixture of actors who I think all played their little bit parts really well. I don't think anyone was really like overly stand out for me, but I did. It's one of the few films that I have really enjoyed Daniel Craig in, so there's that. It is written and directed by Rian Johnson. Moving on. We also have Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, and Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Toni Collette, Christopher Plummer. We've got a huge cast. So I'm going to throw it over to Abu first for your opinions.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm a bit rusty. I saw this film during the lockdown. I would say September time, I believe. But from what I recall, it was a great film. I think I heard a lot about it, to be honest, but I think I just never really got a chance to watch it when it originally came out. So it was on Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, but I love the film. I love mystery films in general, like murder mysteries. Murder on the Orient Express came out 2 years ago as well. Really dug that film. I think it is a redemption of a certain director who we should not name and go into a 10-minute rant into. But yeah, it was very stylish, and especially like I really love the whole. The murder scene at the beginning was so well done, and the tension was done perfectly. I don't know who played the old guy, but he was
Christopher Plummer.
He was excellent. That whole entire role. But yeah, I don't really have much negativity to say about this. And Kentucky Fried Daniel Craig was really weird. Like it took me a while trying to change that accent. I'm like, with a Southern accent, it sounded so different. But credit for something new.
I have heard Southern drawl as well, like really, really drawn out.
Some people are saying his accent is dreadful, but it's not his fault necessarily. A lot of actors use this Southern accent that hasn't been used by people who actually live in the South for about 100 years.
It's just a stereotype, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very old-fashioned stereotype. Imagine someone put on a British accent, but they sound like from Brief Encounter. It's the same sort of thing.
All right, Chris. Yeah. You want to carry on your thoughts, Chris?
So accent aside, Daniel Craig knows the sort of silly film he's being in and is happy to lean into the comedy, which is fun, of course. I do think the film has a lot of moving parts, and some of which worked better than others. Like towards the end, as we're trying to get deeper and deeper into the mystery, it started to unravel a little bit for me. I wasn't getting quite as engaged as before. Some of the characters interact better than others. They try and put in a political subtext, which is a little bit exhausting when they're talking about Trump and stuff, and it's like when someone brings it up at the dinner table, you're like, oh no, why are we talking about this now?
The SJW neo-Nazi. Yeah. It's not required.
That was all unnecessary.
I wonder who decided to put that into the film.
Ana de Armas, it was great to see in a lead role, and in a role where she doesn't have to strip off, which is actually, I think, surprisingly rare for her, so good for her.
She does have to throw up a lot, though.
Yeah, I think that was the deal. It's like you don't.
That brings balance to the force.
He really really gross.
She does have one expression of just through most of the film, but other than that, I do feel like she does put in a decent enough performance. Christopher Plummer was great as well. Probably the interplay between Plummer and de Armas, who are obviously very different actors from very different time periods, was probably the most enjoyable part of the film for me. Chris Evans as well towards the end, that was also really good fun. But yeah, some parts with the mystery, as it were, didn't quite grab me as much, and some parts felt a little bit too convoluted for its own good.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the interplay between some of the characters was better than others. I agree that Christopher Plummer and Ana de Armas they were lovely together. Like the flashback scenes between them was really, really sweet, and her as a character as well was also she was so pure like so lovely. I don't know, like with Chris Evans, I feel like he kind of went back a little bit to the characters he played in like Fantastic Four and Not Another Teen Movie, that kind of like cocky, arrogant, kind of guy, yeah. Which I loved. I loved him when he was in those movies, so it was nice to see that again. I don't know if there's like anything that in particular I can pick out as a real negative, but I get what you mean of how like the mystery wasn't like quite there, I guess, maybe. But I think I mean that image, I think one of the weaknesses was there's a little revelation about the murder like soon after it happens, and it kind of takes away a bit of the mystery. Yeah. And it kind of diverts to another kind of type of investigation, which is fair enough. They mixed it up. I think they should have held that back a bit longer, because once you find that out, it kind of takes away one dynamic of the film. So it kind of makes it a bit less mysterious in a way. Yeah, that's very true. I think, yeah, you're right. It came out a little bit too quickly, but I thought it was quite funny that you could see de Armas doing things in the background when like Daniel Craig would be in the foreground, like trying to work out what happened, and she's like doing these little things in the background, and we found that pretty hilarious. So that was really fun to watch. Anything else that you can really think of? Can you remember anything at Abu from 4 months ago? I remember Chris Evans' knitwear collection. I know that's a meme now on the internet. So no, but it's nice to see him actually play different roles, to be honest. I know after seeing him play Captain for so long, you kind of forget there are other roles he can do. So it was good to see him kind of play more of a snobby, brash, irresponsible character rather than his usual, high and mighty. But yeah, I think the one thing that really put me off was, like Chris said, the mystery kind of falls apart at the end. It gets a bit too convoluted, a bit unbelievable. I'm like, okay, I don't really see that happening. Like, I don't see the mastermind being that much of a big brain, in this film. And they don't really reveal themselves to be that smart, whoever the killer is. So once they start revealing their plan, you're like, I don't really believe you had all of these pieces in mind, to try and execute this big coup. But apart from that, I think everything else, acting was great, comedy was great. Yeah. Daniel Craig was memorable, I'll give him that. So, and I know there's a sequel in the works, so it's good to see that an original concept has done well, because most original concepts die, and then they're like, we're not doing that again, let's make another Star Wars or make another fast films. Well, yeah, exactly. If you look at the recent sort of Disney announcements, it's all very much more of the same kind of stuff. So it's nice to see an original concept, an actual like original story. It's not an adaptation, it's not a sequel. Yeah, I was surprised it's not based off a book. I thought that character, the detective guy, was a character from a book, but no, it was. Well, clearly quite beholden to the works of Agatha Christie in a lot of cases. Oh yeah, definitely. It does have Agatha Christie vibes, like the big country house in the middle of the opulent family, and fighting over a will is like, that scene where they would like, where they find out. Yeah, and it was just like, I've heard of people fighting over stuff like that before, but it's like, wow, okay, like dad just died, like calm down. Some of the accusations they throw at her are hilarious, to be honest. Oh god, yeah, no, that was cringy. That was just like but no, I think I really enjoyed it, and I think they all did really well, and Ryan Johnson, props to you. As much as I heard you say that. Gritted teeth. I can't wait to see what he does next. Good job. Okay, cool. Let's do our ratings then. So Chris, out of 10. Oh, at 10, I'm gonna give it a 6. Okay, and Abu? I'm gonna give it an 8. I am gonna go a 7. I would definitely watch it again. but not.
Well, averages out to a 7, I believe, if my maths is correct.
So final overall score of 7 out of 10. So definitely a watch from us. And yeah, we will see you again soon with our next review. Thanks for watching.